Have you ever pondered the question, why, in a country as vast and diverse as India, millions still go to bed hungry each night? It's a grim reality, isn't it? The issue at hand is food security, and it's far more serious than you might imagine. It's not just about filling bellies, but about nourishing bodies and minds, about ensuring futures. It's about dignity, about survival, about life. So, what exactly is food security and why should it matter to you? To comprehend the depth of this issue, understanding the key terminology becomes essential. Let's start with buffer stock. This term refers to the stock of food grains, namely wheat and rice, procured by the government to distribute in times of shortage or price rise, ensuring food security. Next up, chronic hunger. This is a state of long-term undernourishment. It's when a person doesn't receive the minimum amount of food energy needed to lead a healthy life over an extended period. Cooperatives are a type of organisation where people voluntarily unite to meet common economic and social needs. They play a significant role in food security by enhancing the earning capacities of poor farmers. Then we have the Green Revolution. This was a period of technological breakthrough in agriculture during the 1960s and 1970s, which resulted in substantial increase in crop production. The Food Corporation of India, established in 1965, has a major role in India's food security. It's responsible for procuring and storing food grains for distribution. The Wheat Revolution is similar to the Green Revolution, but focuses on wheat. It led to a significant increase in wheat production, making India self-sufficient in this staple crop. Famine is a severe scarcity of food, affecting a large number of people over a considerable area. This can lead to widespread malnutrition and death due to starvation. Hunger refers to the distress associated with lack of food. It can be short-term, like missing a meal, or long-term, leading to malnutrition. Rationing is a system of distributing goods, including food, to people in a fixed quantity. It's often used in times of shortage. Malnutrition refers to deficiencies, excesses, or imbalances in a person's intake of nutrients. It can lead to serious health problems. Lastly, seasonal hunger is a type of hunger that occurs when people don't have enough food to eat during certain times of the year, usually due to seasonal unemployment. With these terms in mind, we can now explore the state of food security in India. Food security, or rather the lack thereof, is a pressing issue in India. Today, we're diving deep into the state of food security in this vast and diverse nation. Food security, in essence, is the guarantee of an adequate and reliable supply of food for every individual. Sounds simple, right? But the ground reality is far more complex. With a population well over 1 billion, India faces a monumental task in ensuring food security for all. This challenge is further amplified by the disparities in income and access to resources, which often result in uneven distribution of food. But why is food security so important? Well, food security is the foundation of a healthy and productive society. It's not just about filling stomachs, but about nourishing minds and bodies, enabling individuals to lead active and fulfilling lives. Without food security, the nation risks falling into a vicious cycle of malnutrition, poor health, and diminished productivity. And then there are calamities. Droughts, floods, pandemics. These are not just disasters that make headlines, but they also severely disrupt food security. They can decimate crops, disrupt supply chains, and exacerbate food scarcity, particularly among the most vulnerable sections of society. Remember, food security is not just about quantity, but also quality. It's about ensuring that the food available is nutritious and safe to consume. In times of calamities, this becomes even more critical as the risk of food contamination and disease outbreaks increases. So, how is India faring in this regard? Well, strides have been made, but there's still a long way to go. Despite the Green Revolution and other agricultural advancements, the spectre of food insecurity continues to loom large, particularly in rural and impoverished regions. And what happens when food security is not maintained? The answer is grim and stark. Famines. A lack of food security can lead to devastating famines, where large numbers of people suffer severe hunger or even starve to death. What happens when food security is not maintained? Famines. As we move forward, it's crucial to remember that food security is not just a matter of policy, but a fundamental human right. And it's up to all of us to ensure that this right is upheld. Famines are a devastating consequence of food insecurity. A famine is not just a shortage of food, it is a catastrophic event where the inability to access food leads to widespread starvation, death, and social disruption. Now, let's delve into the concept of food insecurity. It's a state that occurs when people are unable to have enough food for an active, healthy life. This can be due to lack of money, lack of resources, or even due to political instability. Hunger, on the other hand, is more personal, more immediate. It's the physical discomfort that comes from not eating enough. But hunger isn't just one thing. There's chronic hunger, which is long-term and persistent. There's seasonal hunger, which occurs when food is scarce at certain times of the year. And then there's hidden hunger, or malnutrition, where people may be eating, but not getting the nutrients they need. Despite these challenges, India has been striving towards self-sufficiency in food grains since independence. India's journey towards self-sufficiency in food grains has been eventful. The Green Revolution, which kicked off in the late 60s, marked a turning point in India's history of food production. With the introduction of high-yielding varieties of seeds coupled with better farming practices, the production of wheat and rice saw a tremendous boost. This period was also characterized by the Wheat Revolution, an offshoot of the Green Revolution that specifically focused on improving wheat production. But how does a nation ensure that the bounty of its harvest reaches every citizen, especially during times of scarcity? Enter the Food Corporation of India, established in the early 60s. This organization was set up with a primary objective to effectively price, purchase, store, move, distribute and sell food grains and other foodstuffs. This way, the surplus from one region could be redirected to another facing a shortage. Alongside this, there was the establishment of buffer stocks. Now, what are buffer stocks? Consider them as a safety net. These are the food grains procured by the government to be released during times of price inflation or food scarcity. By maintaining a buffer of food grains, the government ensures that sudden shocks in the food market do not affect the common man. However, it's important to note that these measures weren't without their challenges. Factors such as storage issues, transportation difficulties and corruption have often hindered the full potential of these initiatives. Despite these hurdles, the drive towards self-sufficiency has been relentless. The idea has always been to create a system that ensures that no citizen of the country goes to bed hungry, no matter the circumstances. However, the journey doesn't end there. The public distribution system plays a crucial role. In the next segment, we will delve into the public distribution system and its role in maintaining food security in India. So stay tuned as we continue to unravel the complex world of food security. The public distribution system is a vital part of India's food security strategy. This system works by distributing essential commodities like rice, wheat and sugar to the underprivileged sections of society at subsidized rates. It's a lifeline for many who may otherwise struggle to afford these basic necessities. Run by the government, the public distribution system is essentially a safety net, ensuring no one is left hungry. The system's status, however, is a mixed bag. On one hand, it has been successful in reaching millions of people and providing them with food grains at affordable prices. On the other hand, it has also been plagued by inefficiencies and corruption, leading to leakages and diversion of food grains. The merits of the public distribution system are numerous. It plays a significant role in stabilizing prices and making food accessible to all, irrespective of their economic status. It also provides an assured market for farmers, boosting agricultural production. But like any system, it has its share of drawbacks. The quality of food grains is often compromised, and the system is riddled with bureaucratic hurdles. Furthermore, the lack of proper monitoring and accountability often leads to the exploitation of the system. Now, let's shift gears and talk about cooperatives. Cooperatives are voluntary organizations where people come together to protect and promote their common interests. In the context of food security, cooperatives play a crucial role. Cooperatives work at the grassroots level, making them effective in reaching even the most remote and marginalized communities. They support farmers by providing them with resources and knowledge to increase their productivity. They also help in the distribution of food grains, ensuring they reach the right people at the right time. Moreover, cooperatives contribute to the economy by creating employment opportunities and fostering a sense of community among members. They are a shining example of how collective effort can lead to significant change. So while the road to achieving complete food security in India is long and winding, every step taken in the right direction counts. Food security is not just about producing enough food. We've unpacked this concept today, examining key terms and the state of food security in India. We've discussed the impact of famine and hunger, and how striving for self-sufficiency in food grains has become a national goal. We've also looked into the public distribution system and the role of cooperatives. Remember, food security is a shared responsibility. Everyone has a role to play in ensuring food security. What will be yours?